Hello everybody, today we will be making this awesome little, what do you call it? I don't know. But we will try to lift any of these containers. And as you can see, it went quite horrible sometimes. But without further ado, let's jump right into it. Alright, so now that we're in the workbench, let's get working on the cargo hauler for our train we made a couple of episodes ago. It's gonna be using the body connector, as I think it would be most useful. I could also use some magnets like mag-all or electric connectors, but I do think that the body connector is like best to use for this because it can handle a lot of stress. So yeah, just gonna be using this one. I'm gonna start by placing the seat and giving it a quick floor under it. We cannot make it too wide, but we do want to have a bit of room to play with. Like, of course it cannot be too wide because of the limits of the workbench, and I did want to make it inside of a train workbench because then you can use it at most workbenches from which you can spawn the train and the cargo cart I am gonna make. So just like this. Probably gonna be a lot longer. Like maybe just add the engine in the back. That's probably a smart idea. You could also go like a little bit more forklift style, like a little bit of a smaller engine. Like if you would just make it this tall and then like this, fill in all of this and this. Alright, this is gonna be a very small engine, but I guess we'll have to do with this. Just gonna add the dashboard with a display, monitor, gonna add this just for the looks, like this. Not like that, just like this. We could also make it like fully electric. Don't know if that's the best idea to do, but like, yeah, no, it just I'll just make it a bit bigger so we can actually fit a fuel engine inside. Probably gonna be like this then. Alright. This, I think it's enough space to fit like a 1x1 engine. Like if you would check out the modular engines, gonna add the clutch over here with a crankshaft and a belt drive. Then add some cylinders, like up here and on the sides, with the manifold right there, and oh yeah, that's it by the way. So we have a small engine. I do still need to make a fuel tank, so I'm probably gonna add some tanks right here and then add the fuel manifold over here, then get a air manifold placed over there with the port on the side. Could also use like the bigger one. I think that does look better, like if we mirror it to the other side too, like this. Yeah, just adds this tiny bit of detail, but I do like it. Fuel, air, we need exhaust. Gonna do it like this, upwards, right there, a port, right there. Don't want any smoke though. We could also just use a converter, like this. I think that's best. Now we need a starter, and I also want an alternator, like this. Yeah. What we might actually have to do is add a pipe over here, so we can add more tanks, like this. So I just added just one, but sure, it's I think it's gonna be good enough. Then we need to be able to drive the thing, so we need wheels, with suspension, like over here maybe. I hope that fits. I do think it does. Nope. So move it back one, like this. Oh, and like this, yes. Now it does fit, and we need a T-piece for pipe, like this, this, and this. Do want to make it four-wheel drive, so want to add some wheels over here, like this. Just tidying up a little bit, like that, and placing these ones until there, this like that, and this over here, and like that. The battery gonna fit in here. We do actually need a key and a throttle, so that's gonna be right here. The key and throttle, and of course the throttle doesn't fit, so throttle right there. Key, probably gonna move it to this side, like this. Yes, I'm just gonna square it off then, like that. Yeah. Now we do actually need some logic, like the key starter I made. Placed there. Going into that starter from the key and into the RPS. Throttle going into the clutch pressure and the limiter. It fits perfectly. This is for the air, for the fuel, RPS, throttle, WNS is going into the clutch. You also need 2 numeral inverters, but if only one fits, that would also be fine. And I think, oh yeah, only one fits. Oh, we can place one over here too. So this one's going into, let's see, that one, and A and D, and that one. W and S is also going into the inverter and to the variable brakes. So when we press S, it will apply brakes. And that's it for the engine. What we do still need is the fork. So grabbing a pivot, maybe a large pivot, because we're gonna be hauling some heavy things. A robotic pivot. I think I'm gonna go with velocity pivot. Yeah. And it looks absolutely awful. So we are gonna be using the smaller velocity pivot. Like this. Add this and this. Should be using rail for that, so place this like that and this. Not rail, track. Yes. So the tracks go all the way up and all the way down. Now we should actually merge the two. And just like this. Over here I want the track base, and just gonna put a block in between. You know what? We are gonna lift this one up by 1, like this. Merge these and add a body, hardpoint body connector, like that. Perfect. Not perfect yet. Now it's perfect, yes. So we want to use up and down these. It's the slider speed. Gonna put the gear ratio on max, and also over here the up and down 100, and left and right also 100. So these can go all the way up too, and use left and right for the rotational speed. Then we need, whenever it's occupied, we need to use, like, no, I don't think it's that important though, so not gonna be using that. Whenever we press base, I need them to activate the handbrake. So handbrake 1 is going to be release. Just a moment. Sometimes the selector tool doesn't work. So 1 is going to be release. Just like that. Now we have everything we need, I think. Let's test it out. Hold on, I did not connect the electricity. Now we're ready to go. And it sure does work. But it really bites into the ground, so gonna be making these high grip for the heavy duty and increasing the stiffness a lot. Tire radius, gonna add 50% to it, just like this. Now I do think it'll work better. But let's see. So I'm not aligned. And we do not have a reverse yet, so gonna take it back to the workbench. We need a reverse here and here, gearboxes, like that, reverse. So we'll add 2 as the reverse, but I want to add more gearboxes, so I can get more power out of the engine and we don't drive like a maniac. We are still very fast, which is something I do not like. More power, like that. Alright, it's just a lot of testing right now, seeing what works and what doesn't. To me, the steering felt very slow. Now it's a lot more instant, and I like that. And it does appear that it doesn't quite work. This thing is not low enough to the ground, so I'm gonna decrease the tire radius again, like this, and just hope that it doesn't get stuck. Otherwise we might have to get rid of the 1x1 slopes I added. little bit too fast. I do notice that we're still very fast. And something I do not like. And we are attached. Alright, that's not good. We weigh only 300, so I do need to add a lot of mass. So just gonna delete everything that I can change for a weight block like this. On the inside, also some space. I don't really like having it on the outside, but if it's something we must do, then I do think I would. We of course can't add a keel. It would be very nice if we would just have a keel that would weigh us down, just like on top of this or something. It looks so stupid. But I do think it will work. This is never gonna work. This is just for testing if it would work, but I am gonna get rid of it, no matter like if it works or not. And there we go. It does seem to work, sort of. Oh. So the keel's gotta go. Now we weigh too less, I think. We really need a lot of weight in the back. So just gonna add this. Whoops. Like this. That's better. I do want to weigh over 1,000 pounds or kilos, but I do think we need to weigh more than 1,400 kilos or pounds. I don't know what mass Stoneworks uses. So we might want to rebuild the whole thing a lot bigger. Yeah, it's attached, and now we have the problem. We also don't seem to get it up that far, so I think I'm just gonna replace this with the bigger track extension. These. Just gonna have to add that like this. And gonna have to place the connector over there. Don't want it to go up too high. Oh, damn, this thing is way too big. Like, seriously, just too big. But it's something we do need to do, otherwise it just won't work. place it there, like that. Now we can actually attach it like this. And we did absolutely not just connect the... Oh, this... Ah, no, this uses the up and down. Yeah. We need a different approach. And I think I already know what approach I want to go for. It involves using a big crane-like thing that would just be like a forklift, you know? So let's get the pivots again. The exhaust is a bit in the way, I think. But we can work around it like this. And then like this, this, and this. And there we go, that's a problem. So, where can it go? Like, probably just right there. If we just add a pipe first. Like this, and then port. Like this. Not like that. Like this. Now add these. Oh, this thing is just... It's gonna be way too big, I can already tell. And we can't even add all the side pieces. Yep. So just gonna be placing these like this, so it's at least a little bit more rounded. Just gonna be doing it over the top. Like on the bottom we really have to like end it here already, because it's not going anywhere past the seat. Just like this. Gonna add these wedges like this. Perfect. Add a what do you want? Like we did use the velocity pivot, so we can also use the compact velocity pivot over here, like minus and plus, so like this. Yes, that's just awesome. Then we need to extend this thing. I think just gonna extend it with drag. Oh no, not with drag. Just like this. Add the connector right there, and body like this. Should be perfect, but looks awful. Yeah, looks absolutely awful. I have no idea how to actually make something like this look good. Like absolutely no idea. Like this, looks like a big hook. Could just do it though. use up and down for these, and one to release. Let's see. Alright, I forgot to change the pivots gear ratio like this. It does feel a lot better. And now it's glitched. So we shouldn't be going down much more than this, but it just looks like a toilet seat though. Yeah. Just does not have enough power for it. So it does seem to be a fail for the for lifting things. At least for lifting the thing I wanted to lift. But I do think it's still a win, because it could just be used for like anything else and it still looks pretty fun. It is quite fun to drive actually. So I would say it's a win. Just not in the way that we wanted it to be a win. Just gonna give it a quick lick of paint, and that'll be it for today. Alright, after a quick, and I mean really quick lick of paint, this is what it looks like. Quite cool if I say so myself. It has like 3 colors total, but sure. It works, not in the way I intended, but it works. Well, maybe next time we will build something that does work for the way I intended. But thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.